Now here comes the problem one. The angle between pair of tangents drawn from point P to the circle x square plus y square minus 4x minus 6y plus 9 sin square alpha plus 13 cos square alpha is equal to 0 is 2 alpha. The equation of a locus of point P is. So we have a equation of a circle which is actually variable with parameter alpha. So let us write the equation of a circle. The equation of a circle is x square plus y square plus 4x minus 6y plus 9 sin square alpha plus 13 cos square alpha is equal to 0, right? So we have a circle. So the equation is given by this, and here is a external point P from which two tangents are drawn on this circle. Okay, this is a tangent and these are the tangents to a circle, and the angle is 2 alpha between the tangents. So we have to find the locus of this point P. It is clear that the locus of point P is also a circle, right? Because as this angle is fixed 2 alpha, so this will be moving like this. So the locus is a circle itself with center as the same as the center of the given circle, that is this circle. Okay. So center of this circle is minus G minus F, which is nothing but 2, minus 2 and 3. So its center is minus 2 and 3. Okay. So if we find the radius of this circle, this radius, if we try to find this radius, then we can find the locus of point P. Okay. So let us find the radius of the circle. So say we have the circle and we have a tangent here. We want to find the length of this. Okay. Say this is R and this is given alpha, because since there are two tangents, this is 2 alpha, so this must be alpha, and this is 90 degrees. So this L length must be L upon, we can write R upon L as sin alpha. So L is R upon sin alpha. From the equation of circle, this circle, okay, from the equation of this circle, we can find the radius. Radius of the circle is given by G square plus F square minus C under root. So the value of G is minus 2. So 2 minus 2 square 4 plus F square 9 minus C, that is 9 sin square alpha plus 13 cos square alpha. Okay, root under. So we have 13 minus 9 sin square alpha minus 13 cos square alpha under root, or we have radius as 13 taking that common, 1 minus cos square alpha minus 9 sin square alpha, which is nothing but 13 sin square alpha. 1 minus cos square alpha is nothing but sin square alpha. So 13 sin square alpha minus sin square alpha, which is 4 sin square alpha under root. So radius is 2 sin alpha. Okay. So we have radius as 2 sin alpha. Putting radius as 2 sin alpha upon sin alpha, we have found the length, that is 2 units, and this point is minus 2, 3. So we have the equation of circle as x plus 2 square plus y minus 3 square is equal to 4, which is which we can write as x square plus 4x plus 4 plus y square plus 9 minus 6y is equal to 4, or we can write it as x square plus y square plus 4x minus 6y plus 9 is equal to 0. Okay, so from our option B is the correct. Okay, option B is the correct one. So now moving to question number 2, problem 2. Problem 2, the tangent drawn from point 40 to the circle x square plus y square is equal to 8 touches it at a point A in the first quadrant. Find the coordinate of another point B on the circle such that AB is equal to 4. So say this is a circle. This is a circle, x square plus y square is equal to 8 with center at 0, 0 and this radius as 2 root 2 units, isn't it? So we have drawn, say this is point 40 from the question. We have drawn tangent from point 40 to this circle. Say this is one tangent, this is another tangent. Okay, these two are the tangent drawn from point 40 to the circle. And point A is in first quadrant. This is point A. So this must be point A. There are 2 points A and B. A and some A dash point. This is point A dash. So we are considering point which is in first quadrant as it is given in the question. That touches it at point A in the first quadrant. So this point must be A. Find the coordinate of another point B on the circle such that AB is equal to 4. So let us first find the coordinate of point A. So coordinate of point A, we have to find it. This is 90 degrees because this is a tangent and the length of radius is given 2 root 2. So we have this alpha angle. Say this is angle alpha. So we have 2 root 2 upon 4 is equal to cos alpha. So we have now found cos alpha is equal to 1 by root 2, right? So now we have the coordinate of point A. Point A must be r cos alpha, r sin alpha. Okay, that is r is 2 root 2. 2 root 2 times 1 by root 2, 2, 2. So coordinate of point A is nothing but 2, 2. Now we have to find a point B on the circle which is at a distance of 4. See, here it is written AB is equal to 4. So at a distance 4 from point A. So we have a circle and we have a point A. Say this is point A, 2, 2, and we are going to find point B. Point B, which is at a distance 4 units. So since diameter of a circle D, the length of diameter of a circle is 2 times radius, which is 4 root 2. This length is greater than 4. This is greater than 4, right? So we are getting 2 points on the circle. Say this is the diameter. So this length is 4 root 2. So actually we will be getting 2 points, say B and B dash, on the circle which is at a distance of 4 units, right? So we have to find these 2 points. Okay. Now let us try to find these 2 points. Let us have a coordinate axis. This is our circle. Okay. And this is point A, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay. And this is obviously, we have already found this is angle alpha, which is equal to 45 degrees, as cos alpha is equal to 1 by root 2. So alpha is 45 degrees, right? Suppose this is point B, this is A, and its AB is given as 4. So let us draw a perpendicular from center to this chord. So since perpendicular from the center, we have already know that perpendicular from the center bisect the chord. That means this length must be, say this is point, let us name this point as P. So AP must be 2 units. Okay, and this is given as 2√2 units, as this is the radius of a circle. So again we are noticing that this angle is 90 degrees. So this angle must be 2/√2. Say this is theta. So cos theta must be 2/2√2, right? That is 1/√2. So this theta is also 45 degrees. Okay. So line joining this to point A and making angle 45 degrees with this line. That means this angle is 45 degrees. So we have line parallel to x-axis. This line is parallel to x-axis. As this is parallel to this. This angle is 45 degree and this angle is 45 degree. Alternate angle. So we have a line perpendicular to x-axis. And so the coordinate, this is point, this must be point B. So this point B is, the y coordinate is same and x coordinate is -2. So we have found the y, that x coordinate is -2. Y coordinate is 2, and putting this on the equation of circle, we will be getting x coordinate, that is -2. So here is point B, and one more point B can be like here. Here also there is a point B. This is also 4 units. So one is -2 and another is 2 -2. So we have a coordinate of point B as coordinate of point B can be -2 and 2 -2. Okay. So let's move to another question. The number of common tangent to the circle x square plus y square is equal to 4 and x square plus y square minus 6y minus 8y is equal to 24 is. So here the question is asking the number of common tangents. So we have to find the position of circle with respect to each other. So this circle is, suppose say this is x square plus y square is equal to 4. Say this is circle S1. Okay. X square plus y square is equal to 4 with center at origin 0 0 and radius as 2 units. And say another circle has a center of minus g minus f, which is equal to 3 4, right? 3 4. Okay, and the center is and the radius is g square, which is 9 f square 16 minus 24 under root. So this is plus 24 minus 24 and c is minus 24 and minus of c is plus 24. So 25 plus 24 root under, which is equal to root under 49, which is equal to 7. So its radius is 7. So this circle is S2 is equal to 0 and its radius is 7. So distance between the centers of the circle, say this is O1, this is O2. So O1, O2 is 3 square plus 4 square under root, which is equal to 9 plus 16 under root, 25 under root, which is equal to 5. So O1, O2 is equal to 5. Distance between the circle is equal to 5, which is less than the radius of the circle, the sum of the radius of the circle. R1 plus R2 is equal to 7 plus 2 is equal to 9. Okay. So sum of the radius of the circle is actually greater than the distance between their center. So the circle must be like this, something like this. Okay. So these are the centers O1 and O2. Distance between their centers O1 and O2. This is O1, O2, and the radius. Say this is radius R1 and this is radius R2. As we have already discussed this, that this is the case when R1 plus R2 is greater than O1, O2, which is the case here, right? R1 plus R2 is equal to 9 and O1, O2 is equal to 5. So R1 plus R2 is greater than actually O1, O2. That means the circle is like this. Two circles are like this. So we have only two common tangents. One is this and other is this. Okay. So two common tangents are possible. So number of common tangents to a circle is 2. here there is a mistake in option. Okay, there is some mistake in option. So nothing here. The options are not whatever it is coming. That is 2. 2 common tangents are possible, but it is not given in the option. But this is the correct answer, 2. So we have 2 common tangents possible. Okay, so 2 is the correct answer. Let us make this 4 as 2. Let us make 0 as 2, because in none of the cases 0 common tangents are possible. Okay, so let us make it as 2. So option A is correct. Because in all cases, if we consider the position of circle, there can be 4 respective positions. Like one is like this, another is like this, then like this, and then like this. So in all cases, in this case we have 4 common tangents, right? In this case we have 1 common tangent, in this case we have 2 common tangents, and in this case we have also 1 common tangent. So in all cases we have common tangents. So instead of 0 there should be 2. Okay, so we have 2. In this case we have 2 common tangents. Okay, now let's move to another question. Problem 4. Let L1 be a straight line through origin and L2 be a straight line, x plus y is equal to 1. Okay. If the intercept made by circle on L1 and L2 are equal, then equation of L1 can be. Okay. So we have a circle. Say this is a circle. S is equal to 0, where S is x square plus y square minus x plus 3y is equal to 0. Okay. So the center of circle is minus g, which is half, and minus f, which is minus 3 by 2, and its radius is g square plus f square minus c, which is 1 by 4 plus 9 by 4 minus 0 under root. Okay, so 9 1 10 by 4, which is root 10 by 2. Radius is root 10 by 2. Now we have a circle S is equal to 0, on which straight line L1 and L2 make equal intercept. So let us name this straight line L1 and say this is L2. Both straight line make equal intercept. That means this length, say this length L1, and this length say L2. This is given that L1 is equal to L2, right? So we have one theorem called equal chords are equidistant from the center. So since this L1 is equal to L2, so this must be like this, that this distance D1 must be equal to this distance D2. So we have D1 is equal to D2, right? From here, say the equation of circle is, let us write the equation of circle, which is x square plus y square minus 3x plus minus x plus 3y is equal to 0. X square plus y square minus x plus 3y is equal to 0. So we have this circle, okay, and its center is half minus 3 by 2, and we have a line L1 whose equation is not known, just known that it is passing through, and there is a line L2. Okay, this is say line L2, and the intersection of line L1 and L2 is passing through y-axis. It is given T. L1 be a straight line to origin, okay, and L2 be a straight line. Okay, this is not the actual case. Given that this L1 so this is a circle. Given that this is a line L1 which is passing through origin, say this is 0 0, it passes through origin L1, and we have a line L2, okay, whose equation is known, that is x plus y is equal to 1, and we have a center of a circle as half minus 3 by 2. So we can easily find this distance d. So d must be distance of a line, distance of a point from a line is actually a x1 plus b x2 plus c upon a square plus b square under root mod of. We have learned in this in straight line, that is straight line x plus y plus c is equal to 0 and a point x1 y1 are situated from this distance. Okay, so substituting this value in this line, so we have d as minus half plus minus 3 by 2 minus 1 modulus and a square plus b square, that is 1 square plus 1 square under root, which is equal to root 2. This is minus 1 minus 3 minus 4 upon 2 minus 4 upon 2, which is equal to, this is 1 by 2, this is plus 1 by 2, plus 1 minus 3, this is minus 2 upon 2 minus 1, so this is 2 upon root 2, which is root 2. So d is 2 root 2, and we have a line L1. So equation of line L1 can be written as simply written as equation of line L1 y is equal to mx, because it is passing through origin. So now the same distance d from point or from this point to this line is, say, d1. d1 is mx minus y. This can be written as mx minus y is equal to 0. So d1 is m by 2, okay, minus y plus 3 by 2, okay, mod of upon 1 plus m square under root. So this distance equal to d, which is root 2. Okay, squaring both the sides, we have m plus 3 square upon 4 1 plus m square, right, is equal to 2, or we can write it as m square plus 9 plus 6m is equal to 8 plus 8m square, or we have m square minus 6m minus 1 is equal to 0. So this is 7m square minus 6m minus 1 is equal to 0, or we can write it as 7m square minus 7m plus m minus 1 is equal to 0. So this quadratic equation further can be, we can find the value of m from here, that is taking 7m as common, m minus 1, and from taking 1 as common, m minus 1 is equal to 0. So 7m plus 1, m minus 1 is equal to 0. So m is equal to 1 or minus 1 by 7. So we have two values of m. Substituting these two values of m here on y is equal to mx, we will be getting y is equal to x, that is x minus y is equal to 0, one of the equation, and or y is equal to minus 1 by 7x. So 7y plus x. So x plus 7y is equal to 0 as other equation. Okay. So x minus y is equal to 0 and x plus 7y is equal to 0. So we have option B as well as option C as correct one. Okay. So now problem 5. The triangle PQR is inscribed in a circle. X square plus y square is equal to 25. If Q and R have coordinates 3, 4 and minus 4, 3 respectively, then angle PQR is equal to. So we have a circle. Say this is a circle. X square plus y square is equal to 25. We have point 34. Say this is point 34 and minus 4, 3. This is point minus 4, 3. This is point Q and this is point R. Okay. 3, 4 and this is point minus 4, 3. Okay. And P is a point which is located on a circle. Say this is, say, point P. P can be anywhere on the circle. So we have to find this angle. Okay, angle PQR. We have to find this angle PQR. Okay, angle PQR. Right? Actually, this angle, this is not angle PQR. This is you have to find angle QPR. Okay. So angle QPR is this angle. So we have to find this angle QPR or RPQ. So there is one theorem. What is that theorem? The theorem says that suppose this is a circle and this is a center. Okay. And say these are 2 points. So these 2 points, that is this arc, suppose sustain angle theta on the center. Then it means it will sustain angle theta by 2 on anywhere on the circumference. So all these angles are theta by 2. This angle is theta by 2 anywhere. So this is a theorem. We will be using this theorem. So if we have to find this angle, so we will be finding actually this angle and then making it half. So what is this angle? Let us concentrate on that. So we have 1 point here, 1 point here. Okay. We have to find this angle. So let's find this angle and find this angle and then subtract these 2 angles. Okay. Say there is a point 3, 4 and there is a point minus 4, 3. So this angle, say this is alpha 1. So alpha 1 can be written as tan inverse 3, 4 and minus 4, 3. So tan inverse 4 by 3. Okay. And say this is angle alpha 2. So alpha 2 can be written as pi. Alpha 2 is written as 180 degree minus this angle. This is smaller angle. Okay. 180 degree minus this is smaller angle. So pi minus tan inverse 3 by 4. Okay. So we are actually considering this angle, bothering about this angle. So this angle alpha is nothing but alpha 2 minus alpha 1, which can be written as pi minus tan inverse 3 by 4 minus tan inverse 4 by 3. Okay. So this angle is actually alpha, which is equal to pi minus tan inverse 3 by 4 plus tan inverse 4 by 3. So we have pi minus tan inverse 3 by 4 plus 4 by 3 upon 1 minus 1, right? There is an identity in trigonometric that tan inverse x plus tan inverse y can be written as tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. So we have written in the same manner. So it is actually pi minus tan inverse infinity, which is equal to pi minus pi by 2, which is pi by 2. So the angle which this arc subtend at subtend at origin is pi by 2. So it will sustain at anywhere on the circumference. What angle? Pi by 4. Okay. So pi by 4 is the correct answer. Pi by 4, that means option C is correct. Okay. So now move to the next question. Problem 6. Find the equation of a circle which passes through point of intersection of circles this and this. Given 2 circles, say S1 and S2, and intersects the circle this orthogonally. So here is the terminology orthogonally. What is say orthogonally intersection? For 2 circles, S1 and S2. Okay. Say equation of S1 is x square plus y square plus 2g1x plus 2f1y plus c1 is equal to 0, and equation of h2 is say x square plus y square plus 2g2x plus 2f2y plus c2 is equal to 0. So s1 and s2 are orthogonal. What does it mean? It means that, say, this is circle S1 and this is circle S2. S1 and S2. These are the point of contact. At point of contact, draw tangents to those two circles. Okay. Say this is a tangent to circle S1. L1 is a tangent to circle S1, and this L2 is a tangent to circle S2. So if L1 and L2 are perpendicular to each other, okay, that is angle between the tangent at point of contact is 90 degree, then circle S1 and S2 are said to be orthogonal. So if L1 is perpendicular to L2, then S1 is orthogonal to S2, or we can say S2 is orthogonal to S1. Both are same. The condition for which two circles S1 and S2 are orthogonal is given by G1 G2 plus F1 F2 is equal to C1 plus C2 by 2. So we will be using this condition. Not going into much detail because this is actually the crash course. So we will be using this. You can see the literature how this comes. So we will be using this relation for satisfying the orthogonality of two circles. So now coming to the question, we have to find the equation of a circle which is passing through the intersection of these two circles and orthogonal to this circle. So we have two circles, x square plus y square minus, let us write the equation. We have two circles, and circle passing through the intersection of two circles can be written as s1 plus lambda s2 is equal to 0. So we have a circle s1 as x square plus y square minus 2x minus 6y. X square plus y square minus 2x minus 6y plus 6 is equal to 0, plus lambda times x square plus y square plus 2x minus 6y plus 6 is equal to 0. X square plus y square plus 2x minus 6y plus 6 is equal to 0. So this circle will pass through point of intersection of these two circles. Okay, these two circles. So this circle, so the whole expression can be written in form of 1 plus lambda x square plus 1 plus lambda y square plus x 2 minus 2 lambda, okay, minus 2 plus 2 lambda, right, minus 2 plus 2 lambda plus y minus 6 lambda plus 6 plus 6 lambda is equal to 0. Or we can write it as x square plus y square plus 2 times lambda minus 1 upon lambda plus 1, right, times x, plus minus 6 times 1 plus lambda upon 1 plus lambda y, plus 6 times 1 plus lambda upon 1 plus lambda is equal to 0. So we have the equation as x square plus y square plus 2 lambda minus 1 upon lambda plus 1, okay, x minus 6y plus 6 is equal to 0. So here g is equal to lambda minus 1 upon lambda plus 1, f is equal to minus 6, and c is equal to 6. F is equal to minus 3, okay, and this circle is orthogonal to the circle, which circle? This circle, that is x square plus y square plus 4x plus 6y plus 4. x square plus y square plus 4x plus 6y plus 4 is equal to 0. So from here let us name this G1, F1 and C1, and here G2 is 2, F2 is 3 and C2 is 4. So we have the relation for orthogonality Z1, Z2 plus F1, F2 is equal to C1 plus C2 by 2. Using this relation, we can find the value of lambda minus 1 upon lambda plus 1. Lambda minus 1 upon lambda plus 1 and G2 is 2. Okay, plus F1, F2 which is minus 3 times 3 which is minus 9. Okay, is equal to C1 plus C2 by 2 which is 6 plus 4 by 2 which is 10 by 2, 5. Or we have lambda minus 1 upon lambda plus 2 as 9, 5, 14, 14 by 2, 7. So this is 7. We can substitute this here and find the equation of circle. So the equation of circle is x square plus y square plus 2 times this, which value is 7, 14x minus 6y plus 6 is equal to 0. So we have the equation of circle as x square plus y square plus 14x plus 6y plus the equation of circle as x square plus y square plus 14x minus 6y plus 6. 14x minus 6y plus 6 is equal to 0. So this is our answer. This is the solution. Okay. So this is the equation of circle which is passing to the point of intersection of this and also is orthogonal to this circle. Okay. So now moving to the next question. We have a circle x square plus y square plus 6x plus 6y is equal to 2 and a tangent at point P on this circle. So this tangent at point P meets the straight line, okay, at point Q which is on the y-axis. So the length PQ is. So we have a circle. Say this is a circle. S is equal to 0 where S is given by this equation. Okay, and say here is a point P. So this is a tangent at point P. Okay, and a straight line. Say this is a straight line L which is given by 5x minus 2y plus 6 is equal to 0. And the point of intersection lies on y-axis. Let us name this. We can find this point because it lies on y-axis. So substituting x is equal to 0 here, we will be getting this point as minus 2y plus 6 is equal to 0. That means y is equal to 3. So this point is 0, 3, right? And this is Q. So it is this point is 0, 3 and this is Q. So the question is asking the length PQ. So we have to find this length PQ. This length PQ we have to find. Okay. So the center of a circle is, from here we can find the center of a circle. G is minus 3, F is also minus 3 and C is minus 2. So center is minus 3 minus 3. Center is G is plus 3, F is plus 3 I mean. So center is minus G minus F, that is minus 3 minus 3, and radius is G square 9 plus F square 9 minus C plus 4 under root. This is the radius which is equal to root under 22, right? G square plus F square minus C. Okay. So we have this as radius R. Now distance between these 2 points can be easily found out. We can find the this is point, the center is say O. So OQ can be easily found out by 3 square plus 6 square under root. That is root 45 which is equal to say 45, 9, 5 is 45, 3 root 5. So we have to find the length PQ. So PQ, since triangle OPQ is a right angle triangle, so we have the relation PQ square plus OP square is equal to OQ square. So PQ can be found out OQ square minus OP square under root, which is equal to OQ square is 45 and OP is nothing but a radius, so it is 22 root under, which is equal to 3 root under 13. So PQ is root under 13. But no option is matching actually. So I think there is a mistake in the question. That is, here it should be minus 2 is equal to 0. So we have C as minus 2. C is plus 2. So G square plus C square minus C, which is equal to 9, 9, 18 minus this 14. So minus 4 G square plus C square minus C, which is minus 4. So this is 18 minus 4, 14. And thus we have OP, radius as 14. So the idea is how to find PQ. We have to actually find this OQ and OP, and then PQ is, since this is a right angle triangle, so PQ is root under this square minus this square. Okay, there must be some mistake in the option or this equation of circle. That's why our answer is not matching. But the concept, whatever we are using, is correct. Okay, right? See the center. First we are finding the center of a circle. The center of a circle is minus G minus F. From here we can easily see that the center is minus 3 minus 3. Okay, this point is minus 3 minus 3, and point Q, since it is on y axis. See here it is written point Q on y axis. So this is straight line. That is keeping at y axis x is equal to 0. So keeping x is equal to 0, we are getting y is equal to 3. So this point must be 0, 3. So we are also finding the length of OQ. The length of OQ is 3 root 5, root 45. So we know the length of OP as well as the length of OQ. The length of OP is the radius of the circle. So radius of the circle, from here we can find it out. That is G square plus F square minus C. Okay. So G square is 9. F square is also 9. 9, 9, 18. 18 minus C. C is actually 2. Here it is 2. So it's not 4. It's 2. So actually our whatever we have written previously was correct, is equal to 2. So this should be plus 2. C is minus 2. C is minus 2. This is plus 2, and 9 and 18. This is 20. Okay. This is 20. So we have OP as 20. Just 20, so root 25, which is equal to 5. So the length is PQ, which is 5. Oh, see, the option is matching, so this 5, option C is correct. So the mistake we have done here is by calculating the radius. We have calculated the radius incorrectly. So root 20 is the radius, right? So from here we have got PQ, the length of PQ as 5 units. So option C is correct. Okay. So now moving to the next question. Problem 8. We have a circle. X square plus y minus 1 square is equal to 1. And another circle which touches the circle, given circle externally. and it also touches x-axis, then the locus of center is okay. So we have a circle x square plus y square is equal to 1. X square, we have a circle x square plus y minus 1 square is equal to 1. That means is equal to 1. We have a circle that is this circle, somewhat like this. Okay, 0, 1. And there is another circle which touches the x-axis and also touches this circle. So we have to find the locus of the circle. So let us have a circle which touches x-axis as well as this circle externally. So the circle must be like something like this. Okay, say its center is say alpha beta. So this must be beta. Okay, its radius must be beta. And since this touches it externally, okay, so this length, the distance between the center and is equal to, that is say this its center is O1 and its center is O2. So O1 O2 must be equal to R1 plus R2. So O1 O2 we can find it out, alpha square plus beta minus 1 square, right? Alpha minus 0 square plus beta minus 1 square. This is equal to R1 plus R2. That is R1 is 1 unit and R2 is beta, right? So we have alpha square is equal to beta plus 1 square minus beta minus 1 square, or it can be written as beta plus 1 plus beta minus 1 times beta plus 1 minus beta plus 1. Okay, so alpha square is equal to 2 beta into minus this is beta will be getting cancelled, and 112 times 2, which is equal to 4 beta. Since this is a variable, so we can substitute, say this is moving point, so we can substitute x is alpha, in place of alpha we can substitute x, and in place of beta we can substitute y. So x square is equal to 4y. So the locus of center is x square is equal to 4y. But one point to note is that this circle is touching x-axis as well as touching the circle externally. One more type of circle we can get. See, this circle is also touching x-axis and this circle externally. This circle is also touching x-axis and circle externally. Similarly, this circle. So and its center is on y-axis. Like this, in this side also, we are getting the circle, which is satisfying the condition. So we are getting actually two locus. One is x square is equal to 4y and another is y-axis. Y-axis, that is y is equal to 0. Okay. So we have x is equal to 4y and y-axis as a 0. That is y is equal to 0, where x, y is this. So we have option A is the correct option, right? So moving to the next question. Find the equation of common tangents to the circle. X square plus y square is equal to 25 and x minus 12 square plus y square is equal to 9. We have to find the equation of common tangents, right? See, so first we have to notice how many common tangents and what are the type of common tangents are there. For this we have to find the relative position of circles. So we have a say circle, this is S1, which is, that is x square plus y square is equal to 25. Its center is origin 0, 0 and its radius is 5, right? R1 is equal to 5, okay? And there is another circle, say S2 is equal to 0, which is x minus 12 square plus y square is equal to 9. That means its center is 12, 0 and radius is 3 units. So we have R1 plus R2 as 5 plus 3 is equal to 8, and the distance between their centers, say its center is O1 and its center is O2. So distance between their centers O1 O2 is equal to, its center is 12 0 0 0, that means 12 minus 0 square, that is 12. O1 O2 is 12. So we have R1 plus R2 is less than O1 O2. That means the case is somewhat like this, where we have O1 O2, okay, and the distance R1 R2. So here R1 plus R2 is less than O1 O2. Okay. So now for this case, for this type of case, we have 4 tangents. 2 tangents are like this. These are called tangents on the same side, and 2 tangents are like this, which are called transverse tangents. Okay. So we have to find the equation of all 4 tangents. So this is tangent, which is whose equation is given by L1 is equal to 0. This equation is given by L2 is equal to 0. Say this equation is given by L3 is equal to 0, and this equation is given by L4 is equal to 0. So these 2 tangents L1 and L2 are of same nature, and L3 and L4 are of same nature. So I am going to find 2 of the tangent, that is L1 is equal to 0 and say L4 is equal to 0, and you will be finding other 2 tangents. Okay. So we have the circle. Say this circle is x square plus y square is equal to 25, and we have another circle. Say this circle, which is x minus 12 square plus y square is equal to 9. And this is our x-axis, because this point is 0 0 and this point is 12 0. So let us first find this tangent. Okay, and we know the radius of the circle, and also we know that this is perpendicular to this one. This both line radius is perpendicular to this tangent. Its radius is 5 and its radius is 3. So, and this distance we know 12. And let us denote this distance. Say this cuts the x-axis at point say A0. So the whole distance must be A, right? Okay. So if we consider this triangle, and if we consider this triangle, then both these triangles are similar, right? So we have this 3, right? This is 5. So we have A by 12 is equal to 5 by 3, right? So we can write A as 5 by 3 times 12. So A is 20, right? Isn't it? This upon, we have done it wrong. This is actually, we have to consider this triangle. So this triangle here, it is actually 12 minus A, right? This is 12 minus A, isn't it? So not 12 minus A, this is A minus 12. A is larger, so A minus 12. This is A minus 12. So A upon A minus 12 is 5 upon 3, or we have the relation 3A is equal to 5A minus 60, or 2A is equal to 60, right? So A is equal to 30. Okay, so this coordinate is 30 0, right? Now if we find out this point, so we can easily write the equation of tangent, as we know the point of contact. So for finding this point, we have to find this angle alpha. So now we can easily find this angle alpha, as in this triangle cos alpha is equal to 5 upon 30. which is equal to 1 by 6. So the point of contact, say this is name this point P. P can be written as, so point of contact P can be written as R cos alpha. R is 5 here. 5 into cos alpha 1 by 6 and R sin alpha, which is 5 times sin alpha is, there will be two values of sin alpha. One will give upper tangent and another will give lower tangent. So let us find upper tangent, so that will be positive value. So sin alpha is 1 minus root under 1 by 6 square. So root under 1 minus 1 by 6 square, that is 1 minus 1 by 36, which is root under 35 by 6. Right? So we have point P as 5 by 6 and 5 root 35 by 6. So now we can find the equation of tangent. The circle is x square plus y square is equal to 25. So on point x1 y1, we can write the equation of tangent as x1 plus y1 is equal to r is for 25. So x1 is 5 by 6. So we have x 5 by 6 x plus 5 root 35 by 6y is equal to 25. Or we have x plus root 35y is equal to 6 by 5 into 25, which is equal to 30. So we have equation of line L1 as x plus root under 35y is equal to 30. Okay. So similarly, you can find the equation of line L2. Now we will be finding one of the transverse tangent, that is this tangent we are going to find out now. Okay. So we have circle and we know the center for both circles 0 0 and it is 12 0. Also we know the radius of the circles. So this is the tangent, our transverse tangent. This is perpendicular. This radius is perpendicular to this tangent, and as well as this radius is also perpendicular. Okay. Let us join this tangent. So let us name this point P now. So now we are going to find, again we have to find this angle alpha, so that we can find this coordinate, okay, of this point, and point of contact, as we know, we can write the equation of the tangent, right? So we have to find this angle alpha, for which we have to find the coordinate of point P. Say name this is x1, this length is x1, let us denote, and say let us denote this length as x2. So again this triangle is similar to this triangle, right? This triangle is similar to this triangle, right? So we have x1 upon x2 as 5 upon 3, right? And as well as x1 plus x2 is equal to 12, since the distance between these centers is 12. So substituting the value of say x2 here, x2 can be written as 3 by 5 x1 is equal to 12, or 8 by 5 x1 is equal to 12, or we have x1 as 15 by 2, right? So now from here cos alpha is 5 by 15 by 2, which is equal to 2 by 3. So now we can find the point of contact P. Say this is a point of contact. Let us name this as Q. Q is the point of contact now. So we can find Q as, you can write Q as R cos alpha, R sin alpha, where R is equal to 5, and cos alpha we have already found out 2 by 3. So sin alpha can be written as, we are again taking the positive value, and for negative value we will get another transverse tangent. So sin alpha is 1 minus 4 upon 9 under root, which is equal to root 5 upon 9. So we have point Q as 5 times cos alpha, that is 10 by 3, and 5 times sin alpha, that is 5 root 5 upon this 3. So again the equation of tangent is similar x1 plus y1 is equal to 25. Instead of x1 y1 we are going to put this value. So 10 by 3x plus 5 root 5 by 3y is equal to 25, or we have 2x plus root 5y is equal to 25 into 3 by 5, which is equal to 15. So we have equation as 2x plus root 5y is equal to 15. So this is one of the transverse tangents. Similar way you can get another transverse tangent. So in this way we are going to find the tangents, all four tangents, right? We have found L1 and L4. So in similar way you can find L3 and L2 by since we have seen the value of sin alpha can be positive or negative. So for positive value we are getting L1 and L4, and similar for negative value we will be getting for positive value actually we are getting this L1 and this L3. So we have already find L1, the equation of L1 and equation of L3, and for negative value of sin alpha we will be getting the equation of L2 and this L4. Okay, so in this way we can find all the four tangents. So I hope you understand how to find the tangents, common tangent to a circle. Okay, so let's move to the next question. So which is I guess final last question. This is a comprehension. So there is a circle C of radius 1. Circle C of radius 1 is inscribed in an equilateral triangle PQR. Okay. The point of contact of C with sides PQ, QR and RP are D, E and F respectively. Okay. The line PQ is given by equation and point D is also given. Further it is given that origin and center C are on the same sides of PQ. Okay. So we have to find the equation of circle first of all. So we have a triangle, equilateral triangle. Say we have an equilateral triangle. So let us have an equilateral triangle. So this is equilateral triangle and a circle inscribed inside this triangle. Say this is P, Q and R, and a circle inscribed inside the triangle. This is our circle which is inscribed inside the triangle, and its point of contact is given as D, E and F. D, E and F. So D is with PQ, QR and RP respectively. So these are points D, QR, E and PR, F. So these are points D, E and F. Okay. Line PQ is given by the equation. The equation of line PQ is also given, which is root 3x plus y minus 6 is equal to 0. The equation of this line is also given, which is root 3x plus y minus 6 is equal to 0. Right? Okay. And the point D, coordinate of point D is also given, 3 root 2 upon 2 and 3 upon 2. Root 2 upon 2 and 3 upon 2. Coordinate of point D is given. Further it is given that origin and center C are on the same side of line PQ. Okay. So equation of circle is so this is say center of the circle, and there is a origin also. So origin and center are on the same side. So if there is a center, then origin is also this side of PQ. Okay. Origin is also situated this side. Okay. This side of PQ. Okay. Since center is here, so origin is also situated on the same side in the shaded region. Right. Since we have a line PQ, so center must lies on line which is perpendicular to PQ, right? Because PQ is a tangent to the circle. And center also passes through the line 3 root 2 upon 2 and 3 upon 2, right?